So what's the secret to nice, flavorful, juicy, crispy chicken? Well, I got you. First, you're gonna need some kitchen shears and the chicken, and we're gonna go ahead and flip it so that it's laying this way. We're gonna cut along the spine like this on both sides of the spine. So go ahead and grab your kitchen shears and start cutting along one of the sides. Pull the tail as you're doing it so it can help you maintain the chicken right in its spot. Then we're gonna go ahead and just cut through and switch hands and pretty much do it the same thing on the other side. You will notice that sometimes it's going to be a little bit harder. Each chicken is different, but once you remove the spine, you'll see here that there's like a little piece of cartilage that doesn't allow you to open up the chicken. We're going to go ahead and snap that in half. Once we do that, you'll be able to open it. That would expose the keel bone right here, and we're going to try to get that out. Going to release it a little bit with the kitchen shears. Just be careful not to cut your finger, and it should come right off. Typically it comes off in one piece. Should be easy to come off after this. This one snapped in half, which is fine. We can still release the other piece of cartilage quite easily. So you see there how it's just one piece like that, but it's fine. You can remove that. So now you have a nice chicken that will be flat and will allow you to marinate and season it the way you want. Speaking of seasoning, we're gonna go ahead and grab some rosemary and just use the leaves of that. Don't use the twigs, and we're gonna go to town with it. Just rough chop it as much as you can, and we're gonna go ahead and add that into some butter, and we're gonna add minced garlic and just pretty much mix it, get it all incorporated. It should look something like this. And the chicken has pockets underneath its skin. Can you believe that? So we're gonna go ahead and put our fingers in there, make sure we don't rupture the skin, and we're gonna go ahead and stuff the butter in there. And as you're stuffing it, you're gonna try to kind of like massage it into place. As the butter melts, it should marinate like the meat entirely. You don't have to worry about it, but you also don't want it hanging out in the entrance of that pocket and fall out. So the leg and thigh have a similar thing, and we're gonna go ahead and do the same thing to the leg and thigh. Spread that around. This is a better angle. There you go. Put that in there, and then you're gonna want to like spread it into the leg like so. It's gonna feel like it wants to come out, but it won't. And that is a nice bird that we're gonna season with paprika, salt, and pepper on the outside, because the inside has all that butter. And this chicken, once it's nicely rubbed, is ready to pretty much lay on top of some vegetables on the sheet pan. We're gonna go ahead and put that in the oven to roast at 425 for about 40 to 45 minutes, but I like to go with temperature. You don't want the breast to go beyond 165 degrees. That will give you a nice juicy bird. So there you go, nice and roasted. And we're gonna go ahead and cut this into half, then quarters, then eighths. So that's the line you're gonna follow with your knife. You're gonna cut that like that. There you go. Now you have two halves. And as you can see here, it's still juicy, crispy. And we're gonna go ahead and cut along that line right, you see right there. The other side of the chicken is the same thing as a mirror image. Practically, you're gonna cut along that line. So I'm gonna go through there. Once you release that, you're gonna separate the leg from the thigh. There's a small line that you can kind of follow. It's hard to see there, but just be confident and cut through with your knife. You'll feel it. Then you're gonna cut the breast in half as well. Now you're into quarters. You're gonna do the same thing with the other half. Look at how juicy it still is. So do the same thing, chop, chop, chop. There you have it. Now you have some flavorful, juicy, crispy chicken that only takes about 10 minutes to prepare and about 40 to 45 minutes to cook. What else do you want? Peace.